Hey YouTube fam, Linda here. Welcome back to my channel. If you just see me for the first time, oh, you're not seeing me, you're actually just watching what I'm doing. Welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I revamped this wig. The client brought this wig to me complaining about how the color looks. It looks very ununiformed. The black on the closure area is too black. So she just wants me to turn the upper part of the closure to a brown while I unify the color of the bottom part of this closure. So guys, if you want to see how I do that, then keep on watching this video. So to start out, I'm using my developer. I'm using a 12%, which is more like a 40 volume developer, and my bleaching powder, which is the Sinus hair lightener. So I'm going to put small quantities of both of them into this mixing bowl and mix the both products with the application brush. So when I've mixed the products together well, I'm going to put on my hand gloves. Guys, safety first. Your safety is very important, so ensure you always work with hand gloves when you're coloring hair. So guys, next applying the mixture into the closure area of this wig, and I'm starting from just the upper area. After I've applied the mixture all over the upper area of the wig, I'm going to go into smaller sections of the hair. I'm going to start to part the hair into smaller sections and apply the mixture on the smaller sections. So while you're here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You're always coming here to watch my videos, but yet you refuse to subscribe. Why? What? Subscribe now, like this video, share with your friends who will get value out from it. So let's continue with the process. So now I keep on cutting the hair into smaller sections and applying the mixture all over the small sections of the hair so that I get an even application. So all of the black color is totally removed with the bleaching powder and the developer mix. So now I'm almost done with applying the mixture all over the hair. After I'm done applying it all over, I'm going to leave it on the hair for about 10 minutes and I'm going to proceed to washing off the mixture using my shampoo, and I'm also going to deep condition the hair because of course I work with developer and bleach, so you want to ensure that you restore moisture back into the hair. So guys, after I'm done washing the hair and conditioning it, this is what it looks like right now. So next I'm going to proceed to dyeing my hair, and I'm going to be using the Adore dye in Mahogany. And guys, for dyeing this hair, I'm only applying the Mahogany dye, which is a brown dye, only on the closure area, which is that part of the hair which I bleached with the mixture of the bleaching powder and developer. That's just to ensure that I give the hair the vibe that my client wants. She doesn't want that brown and then you see a blonde. She doesn't want that black to blonde. She wants like a brown to honey blonde, which is more like a smoother transition. So guys, I'm just working that brown color all over the closure area carefully, just to ensure that I get a very even smooth application. And I'm working with smaller chunks of the hair and applying the mixture all over the lower parts of the hair there. That's the closure area. You can see how I'm doing it, and I'm also going into other sections also, and the back area, to ensure that everything is well applied, even to the inner part of that upper area too. I'm going in and ensuring that I blend that brown all over. So guys, you can see what it looks like right now. Everything looks really good. So next I'll be working on the lower part of the hair, and I'm using a mixture of the Cajun spice and the Mahogany hair dye. I'm mixing both of them together, hoping that I'll get a honey blonde color with a mixture. So after pouring in both hair colors into that bowl, I'm going to reach out for my mixing brush and just blend the two colors together. I'm going to pour some hot water into it because I'm using the hot water method to color the lower part of the wig. So I'm just stirring the mixture together to ensure that whatever product is on the brush, the water strips it off. Then now I'm just dipping the wig into the mixture, dipping it in. You will notice that only the lower parts of the hair really absorb the color, so the upper parts haven't taken in the color. And if I show you what the color looks like right now, the color inside of what is left in the bowl, it doesn't even have that brown color, it doesn't have the mixed color anymore because the wig has totally absorbed all of the color. So next I'm going to have to do another mixture. You can see what inside of the bowl looks. That's totally, the wig has totally stripped it of all the color. So I poured out that water and I poured in the mixture of the Cajun spice and the mahogany hair dye again, and I poured in a little hot water. So now after mixing it together, what I'm going to do is I won't just dip the wig in. I'm going to just bend it so that it's the sides of the wig that didn't get the color before that takes in this color. It's very little. I prefer to just work with smaller, to do it step by step than just doing a large chunk. I don't want a situation whereby the color looks too dark, or I'm just trying to be really careful here. So I'm just blending the other parts of the hair that didn't take in the color, small sections by small sections. This is what I'm going to do until I get a unified color. So guys, when I'm done with this, I'm going to leave the hair to sit there for a few minutes, and you can see what it looks like now. Everything looks well toned. I think it was just a little strand of it that I saw that didn't really take in the color well, but I just went back into the mixture. I think that's the strand today. I just went back into the mixture and then I applied a little of it there, and I went over to co-washing the hair and drying it. So guys, your girl is lazy, man, so I had to use the pressing iron method to straighten the hair. Like I wasn't about to start straightening the hair strand by strand. Like I get lazy sometimes, man. So if you are lazy like me and you want to straighten your hair, please reach for your iron, but you have to be very careful. Don't overdo it. Don't leave your iron on the hair so that it doesn't burn your hair or make you have that burnt smell. So step by step, brush it. You can apply your hair serum on it to it's like a heat protectant. Then you go on with your iron to straighten the hair, and you have to ensure that you move the hair around, you turn it side by side so that you get into each side of the hair and every strand of the hair takes in the heat so that the hair is well straightened. So I'm just flipping it over now to the back, like the inner sides of the wig, and I'm brushing it in before I reach for the iron to further help straightening the wig. So guys, please ignore the background. I have stuffs all over my bed. I tend to do this on my bed, but then this is not advisable because I've had heat burn like the bed sheets, so most time it starts to stick my bedspread to my mattress. If you can get the ironing board for this, that is totally advisable. It saves you the stress of damaging your mattress. So guys, now I'm still flipping the wig aside and straightening it using the hot iron. And please subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed to my channel yet. We are almost done with this tutorial. So guys, when I'm done with straightening the hair on the bed, when I'm pleased with what I have, I'm going to just wear the wig back onto the mannequin stand. You can see how sleek and lush and healthy this wig looks. Like it's almost like a shadow of its old self. This looks new, it looks rich, it looks really vibrant and very, it doesn't look dull like it looked before. Like this is a really big difference, and I'm really proud of what I was able to achieve here. So guys, next I'm going to proceed to flattening the closure area. Though it actually looks flat, but I just like to at least go in with my hair wax and apply it to the closure area and then flatten the hair there. Then guys, when I'm done flattening the hair on my closure area, I still use the iron, but you need to be careful when you're using your iron to flatten the hair on your closure area, because if you burn your closure, sister, you have to buy a new closure. Closures are expensive right now, so be very careful when you're doing this so you don't burn your closure, because I've burnt like my closures before and I've had to replace them. So be very careful when you're doing that. If you can get the hot comb, wonderful, you can work with that. So guys, this is what the hair looks like. Everything is sleek and smooth. I'm going to reach out for my foundation now and apply the foundation to that pattern, the pattern where the pattern of the closure, so that when she wears the wig onto her head, it looks really smooth. It just blends in with her skin. So you need to ensure that you know your client's skin complexion. then you know what shade of foundation to use. If you don't know her skin complexion, maybe you can just tell her that, okay, when you get your wig, please apply your foundation on the pattern, on the closure, on the line, so that it blends better with our skin. So guys, this is where you get to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, like this video, share with your friends who are going to learn a thing or two from it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys, be bold and have courage. Bye.